How are you doing, YouTube, and welcome back to my vanilla Minecraft Let's Play. This is episode 22, and today we are going to start a brand new project that I'm desperate to get going because this is going to be cool as you like. So today we are going to start a project. I'm not sure how this is going to pan out yet. I've got a really rough, sketchy idea in my brain, and yeah, what can I say? This is going to be completely cool. So we're going to work on an elytra launcher near the base, and what the main plan and goal is to enable a so we can get an elevator up here so we can launch. The original plan was to launch from within the lab, so literally have like a strip where we can launch, but I'm not 100% sure on the mechanics of how this will work. So we're going to test it by doing it outside, and we are literally above the base. The base is like behind my left shoulder. There's like a valley down there, and yeah, there's a nice little spot up here. Not my spot of choice, but it will do nonetheless. There's a lot going on in my where I've been building, which can conflict with everything. So to get the decent little spot which doesn't like conflict with what else, other builds that I've built, is going to be extremely tough. So what we've got up here is a nice little ledge. I'm probably going to stick the elytra launcher, say here or hereabouts, and then kind of launch and go that way. That way is spawn. So what we do is we're going to just quickly spam some torches up here just so that we can see, grab some wood and kind of get started, because this elytra launcher is going to be pretty cool. Now if it turns out I can find a better place, I will obviously just make another one, like make multiple launchers. We don't have to stay sort of like here, and that is one cool looking floating island. Okay, so what I need to do right before I sort of like go off camera and do some off camera work, what I'm going to do is show you what the plan is, if I can find it. Okay, so I'm going to need to clear out this area of trees, because this area is total chock-a-block with trees, and the plan is I've got the coordinates of where it lines up nicely, and it is here. So minus like 26. So what I need to do is I need to carve out this mountain and kind of have it going in here, and then we can link it and maybe even flatten this out a bit. I'm not 100% sure, but I just need to, I've got the spot, I need to kind of roll with it a little bit. So this is the plan for this episode, and this episode I'm going to be getting this elytra launcher at least functional. So whether or not I get the I'm not going to get the elevator done today, no way. There's no way in the world I'm going to get the elevator done, but I do plan very heavily to get this elytra launcher going. So yeah, so I'm going to go off camera and I'm going to go and do probably like a little bit of just going to study what I'm doing here. I've got the basis, I've got the goal for this episode, and that's to get a elytra launcher working, but I'm going to have to clear this out to kind of get a better perspective on what my surroundings are like. The original plan, or one of the other plans I had, was to kind of launch from that hole up there in the cliff, because that's quite a high point, or the lab is directly below this cliff here, like most of the majority of the lab. The only trouble is I can't go straight down because it hits a lot of what I've built before. So the only other way is to probably it is very, very close call in regards to, I want to keep an elevator sort of like separate, and I need to keep it hidden. So I don't know, I need to study a little bit more, but at the moment this looks like a good little spot to launch. But I'm gonna just like I say, I'm gonna just kind of mess around a little bit, kind of get set up, and once I've got a real decent train of thought, I'm gonna be back with you guys, and we're gonna start building a elytra launcher. The goal is get it going this episode. I'm not gonna get the whole, everything like the elevators going and everything like that, but we are literally gonna have a launcher working. So by the end of this episode, Whether or not it's its permanent home, who knows? I'll just move it off camera if need be. But the main goal is to get one going so that you guys can see that I've got one, and that way I can get to and from spawn without commands and stuff like that. And I mean, I can command to spawn, but I'd rather not. I'm keeping it like vanilla on this map the best I can. So without further ado, I'm going to cut the camera and I'll be right back once I've got a plan of action. Right, so a progress report coming right up now. So nothing, I haven't built the launcher yet, nowhere near yet. I'm trying to pinpoint where I want this elevator to go, because this is all going to blend into one. There's no point in having a launcher if I can't get to it eventually quite easily. So eventually I plan to put some sort of elevator down here. I'm actually down at my mineshaft level, which turns out it's quite close. I can probably make a staircase maybe coming down this way. It's not too far down. But once I get this staircase sorted, it'll be a case of go down the stairs, straight down here, which lines up perfectly. Now, if we go to on the actual lift, I need it at 17, so I could probably push it to 15. But the only trouble is I can't really go down here because it kind of bumps into the wall. I could possibly maybe make a walkway going downwards. Maybe, I don't know. So if we can get it to 15, maybe if we can push it across to 15, that might be a better idea. So we got to kind of get it sort of so the middle is here, so it'd be say here. So I don't know, I need to mess around, get back up again. It's a lot of digging, to be fair. It's like 200 blocks up we need to go, which is another thing that's going to be a problem. I'm going to have to get a lift up here going about 200 blocks up, because this here lines up perfectly to the center of a path. So the middle of the walkway is in line with that stilt there. So as you can, this is the enchanting room here. This kind of goes into the ravine, and this is a ravine stroke where the mine shaft is hit. But if we do it, say there, let's just get some torches quick. If we do it, say there, then what's going to happen is we can nerd pole up. Well, it'll be nerd pole in here, so we need to go. We need to go back up the hole. As you can see, I've already dug a couple of the holes down, and I've died a couple of times doing it as well. That drop killed me twice. But nonetheless, we are actually that might even work better. The only thing that the reason I picked the original spot, which was, I don't know, I think it was that hole there, is because it is in the center of the path up there. But the reason I chose it to go across is to go into the wall, so it hides. We can hide it better. Because I might use the slime elevator. Might not yet. I'm not 100% sure, but just in case, I'm going on what I know about the slime elevator. So the only thing I don't like is the fact that it's this low. I have to come this low to avoid any other builds, but I could probably bring it up a little bit just to save on height, I guess. But we'll see. So basically, yeah. So that hole there literally is in the center because it's in the middle of a cliff, and that's kind of central to where the walkway is up the top. So I might just go off center just to make it line up better down here rather than up there, because you're not really going to be up there that much. So yeah, I probably will line it up possibly down here. So that you're going to have the I think the button. I can't remember where the button normally is. I really can't remember for the life of me. But we're going to have an elevator sort of roughly here, going all the way up to the top. But for now, I'm going to have to make a shed ton of ladders just to make it a bit manual, and then head on up. So I'm going to sort this tunnel out so we've got access to the elytra launcher, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm going to scrap this staircase because I prefer the next one. So we're just going to block this up, never to be seen again, hopefully, maybe, possibly. So that's just going to be part of the wall. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of have an open staircase here, and then what we're going to do is we can just go all the way around, and then we just pop down here. This will be all filled out and filled in, and I'll make it look nice at some point. Now I've literally gone from the mineshaft level down there to up here, so we can start building from here onwards. So we've gone from what, Y level 10, 13 to 24, so we've gone up a good 10 blocks, so we're doing good. We're doing good. So this is where the platform, the launch is not the launcher, this ain't where the launch is going to be. It's going to be pretty much where the elevator is going to be to go up to the launcher, up to the top of the mountain. So that way we can get above ground and get to, because apparently this launcher that I'm going to be building is I've seen from Zoomovoid. He's tweaked there's been like an original way of doing it, and then it's been tweaked by Zoomovoid, which he's a great guy. He's really good at what he does. And yeah, so basically we're going to have the elevator that's going to go up, and we're going to have ladders. I don't have ladders, but we're going to have ladders going upwards here for now, and then that's going to be eventually going to be a redstone contraption. I've scouted around this area. There's a lot going on. As you can see, you've got the enchanting room, and you've got the there's like a skeleton spawner kind of redstone stuff going on there, so it's very close, but at the same time it misses everything. So basically we can just come down here, and then we can just, you know, I'm just going to block this off because, you know, why not? I've got loads of cobble on me as well. Look, loads. But yeah, I reckon this is a good little spot for it. I struggled to find a spot. It's not probably my ideal spot for this, but you know, it kind of almost works. Because all behind this block here, so this side of the block is going to be where all the redstone and stuff is going to be. So that will go all, as you can see a little glimmer of light at the top. That's the top of the mountain there. So without further ado, I'm going to get really busy crafting a lot of ladders, because, you know, we've got like, what was the Y level, 219 I think it was. So we've got 200 blocks pretty much to go upwards. So I need to see how many stacks I've got to make, and I might not have enough wood. I'm pretty sure I don't have enough wood. So we can leave this kind of area for another day, but this is pretty much, in my opinion, really good. I mean, that can be a pillar. Totally irrelevant, but that can go down. And we can make this look nice eventually. Right, let me crack on with some ladders, and I'll meet you up the top. So I've been using night vision potion just so you can see all the way down. Look how far that is. That's a long way to make a elevator. That's going to be one expensive elevator. But luckily, if we go the slime elevator route, I'm just going to check this down because I want to. Fail, absolute fail. I was going to, if we use slime, as you can see, it goes either side of the cliff. I've tunneled right the way through because it is a thin cliff. There's not much to it. So we can go towards spawn that way, and we can go the opposite direction of spawn that way. So that would be champion stuff. So either way, but this way is probably not going to be used, but this direction definitely. We could probably go to the top of the cliff, But to be honest, I think it's more fun coming out of the cliff. It's kind of a bit more Batman kind of style, do you know what I mean? It's that sort of vibe to it. Maybe not Batman, but I feel like a superhero coming out, flying out of here. It'd be kind of cool. But yeah, we can always move it or add another one later on. It's not even a big deal. But yeah, we've got either side. We can go in each direction. But I need to probably go a little bit higher, just so that we launch out of this area. So I need to kind of get my bearings around here and make it look natural and even it out so that we fly out of a specific area. Because the only thing that kind of makes me a little bit is this cliff here. This was the original plan, to come up there, over there, as you can see, but I managed to work out where to come around this area and we can fly out the side of the cliff. I can't really show you without falling and dying, so yeah, that's that one gone. So yeah, this is going to be where it is. It's going to be under here somewhere, and I'm going to need to go and get the bits and bobs, and I'll probably speed up the building of the launcher itself once I know where I'm putting it, so that way we save a little bit of time, because we are literally pressing on it. I feel like this episode is dragging. I know that I've been doing a lot of off-camera stuff, like making too many ladders and digging holes and working out where things go. I'm going to have to pick that up again. I'm probably going to get rid of you over there. Never to be seen again. And yeah, I need to just get everything ready. I'll build this elevator off camera, because we've done it in season 1, I think, or at least I showed you what I've done in season 1 with an elevator. But I'm going to get the bits and bobs and I'm going to build it, probably time lapse it, or maybe chop up the clips into little sections where I just get on with it. And yeah, either way you're going to see it kind of getting built, or if not, getting built really fast. So I shall see you after the next bit. Okay, so a quick update. This is going to be the launch area here. I've got the dimensions. It's pretty much a 5 by 3 by 5. So it goes 5 long, 3 wide, and 5 high. And I'm probably just going to have it an open thing. I was going to try and hide it, but I'm going to build it like kind of standing, extruding the mountain. So as you can see, you got the hole there. I'm probably going to tidy this up a bit later on. It's not a problem. But I'm probably going to have decorate this bridge and have it look like it's being held up by struts or something. And that way we can just kind of launch from here and swoop down. I've got a feeling I might hit that, but I can always dig that out and just flatten it. It's not a problem. It's not a great big hill. But yeah, I think that is going to pretty much do it for there. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it's going to kind of start here. Probably might even line it up with the thing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Probably going to make it one shorter so it kind of lines up nicely with the actual cliff itself. I think that is where it lines up nicely. Yep, there's a nice little, actually probably go here, from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we bring it in one more, and then yeah. So I'm going to crack on with building it. I do apologise, but I'm just giving you a quick update of what I already know. It's not much difference. I'm just literally building out a little bit, and we're going to build the contraption kind of coming up here. Right, be right back. Okay, so I've run into a bit of a problem. It seems like boats have totally either glitched out, or let's just try it again. Not sure what's going on, but I think it's broke. I think there's just too many boats in there and it's kind of just given up. Are there actually any boats in there? There might be some boats in there. Let's just get rid of a couple of these. Not sure if all of them are going to come out. Are they all going to come out? I don't really know what's going on, but I'm going to follow the last bit of the tutorial. There's a lot of boats, kicking around. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that there. Hopefully this is not broken. I think it's broken. Where's the button? Really? I need a button. Right, bear with me guys. I shall be right back. Right, so I'm not actually sure what's going on. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to leave this for this episode. Unfortunately, that was unexpected. I pretty much have been following a tutorial step by step, and it's pretty much backfired somehow. I'm not sure why it's backfired, but yeah, I'm not really 100% sure what's going on. So, anyways, I'm just going to follow the final part of this tutorial. So we're going to just remove the final blocks that we don't need. As you can see, there's a lot of boats kicking around here. I mean, there's a lot. Oh my god. Okay, so this is not working as I hoped. Is it something to do with the plugins messing around with this? I'm not sure. It could generally just be the plugins just kind of messing around with everything, but I'm not really sure. So guys, I'm going to call it a day here. If I get it working before the end of this episode, because I'm running out of time, I shall quickly record and show you guys. But I've got a lot of, and I mean a lot of boats. There's a lot of boats there that need sorting out. Look at that. Loads. So I think pretty much that's ready-ish. I mean, the other boats are just... Yeah, the other boats are in place, I think. Oh, there's a lot of boats. There's about 100 odd boats that have gone in. Okay, right, let me just get my bearings and see if this works. Okay, so I've got the elytras in hand. I'm going to say my goodbyes, guys, and I'm going to put everything safe into a chest, so that way if I lose it, it's no biggie. I'm going to lose... I don't care about this, because this is free anyway. So I'm going to say my goodbyes. Thanks for watching, guys. There was a bit of a derp glitch out, because it's probably because it's on a server, but I'm going to give it a go anyway, regardless if it's glitched or not. So I'm going to hopefully this launcher works. So I'm going to say my goodbyes, and you're going to watch me fail or succeed. So take it easy, guys, and I shall see you in the next episode.